Wonder Woman or Harley?
Well, either one's the right answer.
That's a hard decision. I like crazy women.
Harley, get that man a Harley. Done. There you go.
I like crazy girls.
Yeah, me too. There you go. All right, we'll see.
Hi, Pep. Love you, baby.
Well, since we're here, we'll start here.
Excellent.
So this is the Batman the Animated Series. We've been doing these for quite a while. That's actually the Batgirl's figure number 41. So it's a pretty deep line already. We started expanding to the Superman show. We could consider it all the same universe. So we'll see how that does. That'll be new for us.
And that's slated for when?
The Superman one's going to be out. This should be June-ish, the summer of this year. And the same with this one's out in summer. They're out at the same time, around the summer of this year.
Lois Lane and Superman a 2-pack?
Yeah, it's a 2-pack. And Batgirl right now is the last individual figure of the year for Batman Animated. But that doesn't mean there's no more Batman Animated, because this is going to be a 5-pack. We're missing Poison Ivy, supposed to be here. She's got her hair redone, so she'll be in. But they're going to come in this thing. So they've got... all the cells will be lit up in different colors. And Renee Montoya comes with them, and when you display this, she'll go like this.
What's the
box will swing over.
what's the possibility of some other cops, maybe just some generic cops to go along with it?
How you doing? Well, we'll see how this thing does and how these figures do right now. We're so deep in the line. I mean, I do like that Army Builder thing. I personally like that. Getting it out there to get people to buy enough of them, that's the tricky thing.
That's a huge portion of articulated comic book art, A.C.B.A, toy photography, Army building is just a huge part of it. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are aware of that.
We'd have to figure out the best way. We actually, during the New 52 run, we did all the we did Parademons, and we were hoping that would have been one of those Army building things.
I didn't see too many people Army build those. They were kind of expensive. That's what it was.
Well, yeah, they were a bigger figure too. So they were. Yeah, it's not like it's a $5 figure. They were like $15.
Right. Yeah.
But they're really posable, which is fun about these. The other big news for the Batman Animated is this should be great. So this is expressions pads.
Right. Oh yeah, I did see this. I saw this advertised online. Very nice.
So he has all the accessories and the hands and the heads and all kinds of stuff you can play with. Here's what the base is like. So if you want to check that out, it's like this posable base. You can put them on. It's got a little clamp in the back. So if you want, you can take them out of there. But he's just got this kind of deal. So it's basically a thumb.
Gotcha.
So. There's a lot of other stands like this out there if you really want to get people up in the air and pose.
But this one is going to come back in the box, though.
Yeah, it's already there. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, the expressions definitely will make for a lot of great photography and
it should be a lot of
questions about it.
Now Batman's not the most expression-full guy.
Right, but I mean it can make for some comical things. It's still cool.
Who is this guy? So we're also doing a Joker expressions pack, and he'll come with a couple other accessories. They're not all here right now, but you're gonna have all these different heads. What's cool about this too is you can make either the Joker robot from the episode he was on, or you can make this one, so how the arms will come out and the coats and the stuff also.
I love that you guys stay very, very close to the source material.
Oh, yeah?
It's very cool. The heads, I think they look great. I think it's definitely a good option.
Yeah, the robot head.
The inner tube is pretty hilarious too. That's nice.
Yeah, it comes. It's gonna have a jetpack and some other stuff too when it gets here. So really happy about the way these are coming out so far.
So these are two separate releases though, right?
Yep.
But they're both going to come with 3 interchangeable heads each, or?
They both come with all these heads.
Oh, okay.
So this has, I think, 7 heads. That's got the same amount of heads.
How about the hat? Is the hat and the head together?
Head, yeah.
Okay.
That's together and all these other heads. So, depending on the mood you're in, you're feeling like, you're pissed off, or you're happy, or depending on how this interview goes, you can pick the face you want at the end and say, that's how it went. Not an animated figure per se, but we decided to do a statue. It's the first statue we've done based on the animated line. We weren't sure how this would work as a toy, but we just one thing you have to card from the beginning of the show. So we thought we'd just give it a shot, see how it goes. Really fun pose. What you guys are really gonna like though is this statue. Oh, did you see the Batwing? Have you seen that yet?
Oh yeah, you know what? I bought that for myself. It's so big that I haven't opened it yet though. It's like hiding behind my couch in the living room, but it's great.
So there it is. You want to hold that? Get a picture of yourself with that.
Yeah, you guys want to see the size of this, the scale of this. I'm a pretty big dude. I'm like 6'2" or something like that. 215. So you can see this.
Racing into battle. See the batteries in here yet? No, they didn't put batteries.
But this is massive.
So we have 3 different price points there. You have $150 sets, $275 couple
I like that
sets,
you put your height
great
in
value
side. It's like a
for
kid.
$350.
Yeah, this is like a small child, no question about it.
How big?
It's 2 figures, which is cool. The original Batplane didn't, but you can put Batman in the front and you can put Robin or whoever you want in the back. The joystick actually moves around. It's got a bunch of lights. They didn't put batteries in for the show, but yeah, you can pretend. It does light up. The wheels come down on the other side. It's got landing gear in a couple of places here, which is really cool. But they lock in place. And these wings, your box is skinnier than this because these wings snap in and out.
Right, definitely.
You can actually, what's cool about it, you can actually, the release mechanism is this, so it lets you take the wings on and off without breaking it. So you can put it back in the box.
So yeah, if you want to do some battle damage displays or something like that, get some Tamashii effects in there with this, definitely you could do that. Very cool.
The biggest thing at West Toy Fair.
What's the odds of you guys doing another release of that Batwing like you did with the Batmobile? I see that you guys released the Batmobile and then you released another one that had a little more detail on it. You think you're going to do something like that again, or?
Well, you know, because the tooling and stuff's all done, if we're going to do something, it would make sense to do it with that, because I mean, just the cost of it was so huge. But we're focusing on that right now instead.
Excellent. Yeah, I want to talk about this.
So we're trying to always find stuff about, like, what else we do. We've done a ton of figures. We, you know, like individual figures. I don't think we have that many more to go at the moment. That's what we're talking about: box sets, expression packs, more of an experience, like for the real toy collectors. So Alfred and the Batcave. I mean, if you bought the other figures, who doesn't want this thing? You know, you can. All these lights are going to be in there like that. There's going to be stickers you can peel on and off, and you know, put different villains' faces and stuff like that. It's got all the stuff that moves around, so it's all separate. The chair spins around. You can put plenty of figures here if you want. I'm not sure the brand of China that Bruce Wayne picked out, but there you go. You're going to get all that stuff.
China, though.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, it's
got to be the best, right?
So Alfred's got his feather
Little duster.
and he's got. You can actually help a bunch of hands. We can actually hold all the stuff and serve it up to the man working the computer.
All right, so Alfred's going to come packed in with this set.
This we just stuck up here. This doesn't come with it.
All right, so this does not come with it.
you
It's
can
just
make that
everything
easy.
here. Yeah, no question about it. I mean, this is something that I would say that display artists have been teetering with and thinking about building on their own as far as dioramas go. But offering this, I've seen the reaction in our group on our pages, and it's been tremendous. Everybody's saying they want to buy this. It looks very good.
You know what's funny about this is too, the simplicity of all the stuff on the anime shows. And the funny thing is, most people like this maroon color. If you go watch the show, I thought when we first developed, I'm like, oh, it's probably gray or dark blue. It's actually this color. I don't know why he buys a computer this color.
That's crazy for the Batcave, and it's all dark in the
everything else,
Batcave.
but on the show, I think it popped off the background, so they just used a different color. But when we're doing this, like the back, it's a very simple like piece, but on the show, everything's so streamlined and simplified. We were going to put some texture on here, but I'm like, well, there's no evidence on the show that it's there, so we just, you know.
Still looks very good. Can you give me some insight on the dimensions of this, just so they could kind of
Well,
like?
you're 6'2". So,
Yeah.
actually, I don't know how big it is. Probably about 2 feet.
Foot and a half, maybe?
Yeah, foot and a half, probably. Yeah.
And I say this is probably
Yeah,
about
you can put
a
your
little
hand
less than a foot. But yeah, you guys can see this is pretty massive, a standard DC collectible size figure here. And Alfred, first time we get an Alfred, right?
That's the first one, yeah.
So that
So
looks.
someone clean up your collection.
And what's it going to retail for?
This is, I'm going to double check just so I don't say something stupid. Yeah, $175.
175, which is just about the amount of the Batwing, right?
About the same, just because opening the molds for this stuff is just super expensive. That's the best price we can figure out at the moment, but it does come with all these wires and stuff.
So I'm guessing that you guys are going to kind of gauge whether you do more stuff like this based on the sales for this, correct?
Yeah, right now there's other things we can do for Batman anime. We haven't done the motorcycle, there's a ton of other stuff we can do.
Glad you mentioned that.
Okay, good. Because I definitely want to get that done. And there's the Robin bike and the Nightwing. There's a lot of other stuff we can do. And so far, these deluxe things for us,
Have been doing pretty
no
well.
one's complaining. So,
So you hear
this
that?
will be interesting.
Buy.
yeah. Oh, I like this guy. Why don't you come work with our sales team? Never mind this interview. All right, you want to see some more action figures?
Please.
Let's move on to the show. You should check these out. So these are made by the same place as the Beanie Babies.
Supergirl, and a 2-pack.
There you go.
For Sun.
Look how much Silky loves him. Starfire's pet loves you. So they're pretty fun. Right now we did Bat Cow, which is always pretty hilarious. I mean, you know, obviously.
My daughter will get a kick out of this. If you're watching,
You get a little bit of a nice
I mean, if she's watching.
Well, she'll be watching for sure.
And then one of our big moments here
Better have a talk.
we want to really
We made this property up ourselves called DC Bombshells. So we decided to make action figures out of them, and these are productions, so they look pretty much just like the Paint Master thing. I'm really happy with the way these came out. We have a whole nother wave of them for next year. They're based on our own statue designs, which are, these.
So these are original concept designs, right?
Yeah, DC Collectibles came up with these designs. We worked with A.C.B.A, who's the illustrator that's drawn most of them, and we've gone ahead and made them, and they come with some accessories. They're pretty posable.
Yeah, these look pretty good.
Yeah, they're really nice. The finished prototypes, the finished toys are actually great.
And these are going to retail for $28. Getting back to DC Collectibles, the Batman animated series line, you guys had a little price increase in the past couple of months. So does that mean that you guys are going to delve a little deeper into more articulation or more accessories or what?
It's pretty much across the board. The price jump went up on everything just because we're not a huge manufacturer, so we don't make a bazillion units, so we had to go back and renegotiate some pricing. But we did switch to better plastic because there were some complaints in our original runs, because ankles were breaking and hands were falling off. So we actually went back and retooled all the joints with a different, stronger plastic, which is it's called PALM. It's a much stronger, flexible plastic. So we did go reinvest into that.
I did have the original figures, and I did purchase them after you guys changed it, so I could definitely speak to that.
There's the same guy that upgrades your software later after everybody else figures it out. So we'll hop over there because that I really want to talk about.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
So the Icons line, you've seen our Icons figures before, right?
Yes.
Again, we're really now into telling us. We want to tell a story, like why, obviously you can buy a bunch of individual figures and that's all cool. But this is going to be packaged like that. It's going to come with all these like sound effect things.
This is
my favorite new accessory.
It's funny that you guys show this because this is pretty much what A.C.B.A is about, is having these, sound effects and word bubbles within the display, and everything is tangible. So that's pretty interesting. Whose idea was that?
This is just something the whole team was trying to figure out, what do we actually, for Icons, what else can we do to make a really compelling buy? And then we're like, well, we could do this. DC Collectibles never really done this before. The other companies have done it, but so also on the box, it's going to have a suitcase or have our usual branding that we can pull off. Look at this, and the back card you can take out, and that you can actually take it out. And we recreated all the artwork.
Pretty much, it seems like you guys are, a lot of the companies in general are catering to display artists and a lot of people that do toy photography.
Well, there's so much out there. You go on the internet, there's so many good people.
What's the odds of you guys working with some amateur toy photographer as far as promoting a brand or something like that?
You think about it. I mean, we have an in-house guy we use now, but there's always. I mean, if you want to give me some names,
absolutely. I want to show you some stuff. Actually, let's get this on camera.
We're able to give you the full effect of her all.
I'll tell you what. Just look at some of his stuff. It's amazing work.
So it's fun to have her added into the mix.
So pretty much everything that we do within A.C.B.A is 100% tangible. So there's no Photoshop or any post-production, nothing. Everything that you see there is 100% tangible. I want to show you his Batman stuff in particular.
That's nice angle.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
So it's a lot of people out there doing stuff like this. I mean, I think you guys should definitely look into some of these guys.
Well, funnily enough, that's nice. We're actually we're building sets now during the show. So San Diego, you're going to be in San Diego by any chance?
Definitely.
Well, you can come back and see one of the booths that have a whole bunch of that stuff. We're doing some set building stuff. That's really nice.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's probably one of the best. He's literally probably the best person working with these figures, because it is limited articulation, but he really brings them to life and really does some wonderful things.
So do you guys ever, when you're doing some of these things, do you ever break the articulation and repose them so it makes the pose you want? Is that like something you're allowed to? Do you have like set of rules you got to go by?
Well, I mean, aside from no photoshopping and it being 100% tangible, not really. I mean, you can do whatever your heart desires for the most part. But again, all of that work that he puts in all of that's tangible. It's pretty much similar to these cuts that you're going to put in there.
Right. I can use a
but
real
it's a
one.
cutout though. Now you can use a real one, exactly.
That Bullock figure in there, one of my favorite accessories last toy for it. He comes with a half-eaten donut.
Oh,
he's
I
so
didn't even
good.
know that figure came with that.
Yeah, he's got a gun. He has a whole donut, a half-eaten donut. It comes like guns and hands. So
what else we got?
So Icons is another action figure line. We've been doing it for a couple of years, which is what this is a part of now. It's basically the Justice League. This is a new 52. I mean, the rebirth look that we're doing. We're doing a 7-pack of those, and then we're still rolling out more of these as we go along.
What are we gonna do? What are you guys gonna do about? The one thing that I hear a lot about DC Icons is that they look phenomenal, the sculpts are great, the paint applications are wonderful, but people want more articulation. They want them to be able to move more, and especially some of the flying characters as far as the head and neck articulation goes. That is super important for some of these artists.
I know, for some of this, like the cyborg head, definitely didn't move as much as we wanted. We wanted to get the whole range of motion, so but these ones for us have a pretty decent. I mean, the wrist.
Don't get me wrong, the body articulation is great.
So
but
that's
it's mostly the head and neck articulation, especially with the flyers.
We're actually working on that now. So there's a lot of different ways to do better. There's the joint you can put up in here. We've been playing around with. There's a couple of some of the Japanese companies have got some really cool stuff. So we are. I don't disagree. So we are trying to figure that out.
They look amazing though. Don't get me wrong, but the consensus is more articulation.
So you're a person I do need to ask this question of. So we've gone back and forth 100 times about the thigh cut. You know the one that's
thigh swivel. Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that too.
So
because I almost forgot.
don't have it because with your leg you can't actually bend your leg there.
Right.
But we've got it because some of my guys post up, some of them don't care. Right? The whole team's different. So you would prefer having it though?
Absolutely. I would definitely like a thigh cut. Thigh cut, deep ab crunch, better head and neck articulation.
Deeper ab crunch.
No, I mean, I don't know if it needs to be deeper than it already is. I think you guys do a decent job as far as the ab crunch goes. But ankle pivot, upper thigh swivel, waist swivel, those things are pretty important when it comes to fully articulated.
You just got that, it's not really cut in the middle there.
It's very frustrating when you're trying to work with some figures that don't have the thigh cut.
Yeah, because you can't get any of this.
Right. Yeah. And although your leg doesn't really move like that, you want your figure to move as much as possible.
Yeah, like it's funny, the other day we were just playing like a Spider-Man figure the other day. It's got like 5 billion points, but I'm like, well, you can do anything with this. I mean, that's more expensive to do too, but we're always looking at stuff like that. And we didn't used to, we used to have like no articulation. Our stuff, the figures was like 1, 2, 3, not even that.
I know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 maybe.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the delays from last year with DC Icons and what exactly happened with that?
A lot of that was, we were switching factories, that was one thing. We wanted to make sure that they were working correctly. They actually, some of them didn't even get to where I wanted them to be, but the timing line was just falling away. It was mostly manufacturing problems. We had the stuff all sculpted and everything, but getting over there and working through all the problems.
So you hear that? You guys waiting for Kickstarters and issues with factories. Even regular huge companies have issues with the factories and with production and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Little, large, small doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and they're all trying to do a good job. So it's not like I'm just blaming everything, but sometimes we're into problems and you just can't.
Sometimes you got to go and put them in a headlock and punch them in the face over there.
I don't think I've ever done that. But the thing is, they want the stuff to come out well too, because it's better, better for everybody. But then sometimes it gets late to make it right. Like that's a good example of getting something right. We sculpted this head 6 times. I had
likeness is very good.
6 different guys though. I have a bunch at my desk, Supergirl heads. We even met her. We went to the studio. We took the camera. We shot her. I had digital files. Couldn't get it right. It was just
that looks very good.
That one came out great. Even the one on the action figure, it's a different sculpt. It still looks. That was another one we had to do a couple of times.
So this is still all DC Icons, right?
No, sorry. So this is the movie. This is the TV show.
Got you. Okay.
So it's like it's Flash and Arrow, it's Legends, and we cover all of that stuff.
I'm not really up on the TV show to be honest with you, but Martian Manhunter appeared on the TV show.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he looks really good. He's on Supergirl.
Okay.
You gotta watch them.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. Sorry.
Yeah, fine. You ready? I'm gonna watch all of it. Yeah, but the shows are great. We have a lot of fun with them. There's a lot of cool characters that show up. So this has been a fun deal for us. Actually, the first Arrow figures when we did these, we jumped on like immediately when nobody knew anything about the show. We're like, well, we'll do it. Because one of the benefits of working inside DC and Warner Brothers, we know when this stuff's all happening, and we're a small enough company that we represent the brand. so we can jump right in and start stuff right away. Like the Arkham game figures, nobody would touch those because everyone's like, that game's too scary. It looks crazy. I'm like, me please, like we'll do that because our fans love that stuff. So it's one of the cool things about working that we can get in early and get stuff out. We've had a really nice run with the figures from the movies.
All right. What else we got? That's pretty much it, huh?
Figure-wise, that's figures. Everything else is statues and stuff, but that's mostly action figures.
So how deep are you guys going to dig into the Batman Beyond line?
We're still waiting for the rest of the sales to generate for that one because I love that show. The villains on that show are freaking amazing. And that 3-pack with Old Man Wayne and the dog and everything, super good.
All right.
But we'll see. I don't know. I grew up with villains.
Any plans for Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne, excluding Beyond Bruce Wayne?
Not at the moment. Again, because those are new lines for us, we're going to see how they do.
And we talked about generic goons and villains. Well, you said you would like to do it, so that's good.
I personally would like to, but I don't know if I can justify that through the business team. But I do
like a 3-pack, a 4-pack, something like that.
You know, we did an Arkham one like that, and we had to cancel it because the sales were too low. We actually had like the Joker goon guys, and we had to cancel. I suggest maybe there's a way to do it. I don't know what line it is yet.
Maybe a couple goons with Joker, or a couple of extra cops, cop 2-pack to go with the female cop.
We just have to find the right line. Maybe it's animated, maybe not, but I personally do like those things.
Just to let you know, people would buy it. Army building again, like it's a huge part of the display community. And I think we talked about the price. The price jumped to 28 bucks. They said, are we actually going to get more for the money as opposed to the old price point? We talked about that. Okay. All right. I think we pretty much covered everything. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Have a great rest of the show. You guys can shoot whatever you want.